You got a chance to get in there for your first game, and it seemed like it went pretty well for you. How would you kind of analyze those first 10, 11 snaps?
Yeah, it was an amazing opportunity. Bird game was live and loud. It reminded me of college a little bit, or being around the fans. But really, it was just a blessing. I think I played solid. Got some things I definitely need to clean up, but also some confidence, going against their ones. So just super excited, just ready to make another step this week.
Were you nervous?
The first snap I was, I'm not going to lie, when I realized that was their ones, I said, oh, yeah, I better be ready to bring it. And I'd be ready to bring it each and every day, but kind of like sinks in. And then the first tackle was Alvin Kamara, so it's like, wow, like, okay, I'm here and I'm ready, locked and loaded. And I just thought about my training before. So now I'm super excited, but it's just, it still doesn't feel real, honestly. But just got to keep stacking days.
Do you want to start on this team? Does it matter to you, given the rotations that they use?
I mean, that's a good question. I just want to be the best Darius Robinson. So whatever that looks like, if I'm starting or if I'm rotating, I just want to be the best Darius possible to help our team.
Specifically, what did you like? What didn't you like about you?
What I liked my confidence. I liked my hand placement, just playing physical. What I didn't like was I got a little too happy. One of them I kind of converted to pass a little bit too fast. And then also, too, knowing what they give me, kind of cheating my alignment a little bit or showing them a different look so I can play a little bit faster. But those are all good things that I can fix. And, walking away from that game, like, there was nothing that I was like, wow, like, I don't think I'm ready for that. It was more like, oh, yeah, if I just fix this, I can keep making more steps. So I'm super excited to go to Indiana this week.
Now that we're through OTAs, mini camp, and training camp, what's your comfort level playing inside and outside within the scheme?
Oh, super comfortable. I know our playbook really well now, and I know what Nick's expectations of me are, depending what alignment I am in. So whatever he wants to put me, I just line up and play fast. But I just I really know what's going on now, and I just got to continue to know our playbook and study my notes for this big week in Indiana.
You like moving around?
Oh, I love it because it allows me to do what I do. I play every position, so any opportunity I can line up and play fast, I'm going to do, but just make sure I'm a real technician so that I can help our team win.
First-year players bring up speed, physicality. You didn't notice that big a difference, or you were just ready for it?
Yeah, see, I don't want to be biased and say the SEC thing, but I think it's the closest thing. I think when I went out there, and like I said, these are their ones. It was just a little bit faster, but the size, it was about the same size as the guys in the SEC. So, but I know each week and each opponent is going to have different players. So that's why I got to focus on myself and focus on my technique and craft and just be physical and play fast.
Does it feel good to finally get that first preseason game out of the way?
Yeah, most definitely, because now I kind of know my routine. Driving to the game, that was different. You don't think about all the different variables you have when you're a professional, because little thing like driving to the game, what time I'm going to get in the hot tub, what time I'm going to do this, that can really affect somebody's game. So right now I'm just trying to fine-tune that so when we get to regular season, I know exactly what time I'm doing this, doing that, so that I can stay functioning and be ready to roll when it's time to go.
When you said you switched to maybe pass too quickly, was that when you felt like you could have gotten the sack?
Nah, it was a run play. It was he gave me a fan block. He came out he was real heavy in his stance. So I thought since I beat him the first time, I thought he was gonna try to jump and try to slow me down. So that's why I just hit him, convert, and I ran upfield, and then it was a run. I was like, dang, let me come back real quick. But that's all stuff like I said I can fix, and that was just me just getting a little trigger happy. So I'm just super excited to learn from that tape, but really excited for Indiana because we get to practice against them and play against them. So another opportunity to compete and get better.
Have you talked to any vets about the joint practices and what to expect?
Not yet. I'm just excited. I started watching. I watched their game against Denver twice already, and then I'm gonna start watching. I watched they played the Eagles the last game last season. I'll probably go back a few more games because for me, I just love my preparation, just seeing things beforehand before we get out there. So just excited for the opportunity to compete.
He was saying that he's hoping that you guys practice the same way you have been. It just happens to be against different people. Is that possible when you get up against guys that aren't on your team, even though it's just practice, to say this is just another practice?
Yeah, JG said, then I think it is true. Yeah, I mean it's whatever he said goes. So, but now for me, when I get out there, man, I was just ready to compete. You know, do what the Cardinals expect me to do, play at a high level, put our team first, but really just compete because it's somebody that you don't see every day. So just excited for that opportunity.
Have you heard some of the talk about that second day maybe getting a little chippier?
Yeah, I just focus on my technique, man. At the end of the day, like, I want to be better than the last time I was on tape. So last time we was on tape was the Saints, so next time is when we play them on Saturday. So as long as I focus on my craft each and every day at practice, play physical, play fast, learn, so Saturday I can be ready to roll.
As much as you love to compete, how is it when you're in a game and then you just don't get that many snaps in the preseason because there's so many guys that they're playing?
Yeah, it's different. You got to get a lot of mental reps, just watching through everybody else's plays and kind of playing the game like if I was them. Yeah, it's different than college, but just taking it one day at a time. That's why I said I'm ready to get back to practice so I can get more reps and more reps because that's the only way you get better, winning reps or losing reps. So now you know what not to do or what to do. So just excited for another week of practice.
There were a couple plays where XT was coming off the edge next to you. What did you see from him?
Yeah, he's good, man. XT, I always joke with him about the Clemson Tiger versus Mizzou Tiger because I told him we would have beat him this year. But, he's a great player, fast. He was knocking it back, real physical. You know, I'm really excited to, team up with him for our time at AZ, so I'm super excited.
When it comes to your routine, or came to your routine on Saturday, how did you come up with like what you wanted, like your schedule for the first game? And do you work backwards? Do you talk to other guys? Like what went into all that?
Yeah, I talked to the vets and just figured out should I leave like around the early bus time or the middle bus time? Okay, now once I get there, when should I get in the hot tub? When should I stretch? So really just talking to the older players because I didn't want to peak too fast. Like my pregame, I like to be loose, relaxed, and like zoned in, and then peak right at the first snap. So just try not to get too high or too low. So just gotta figure this out throughout the preseason. And then like we're playing on the road this week, so that's gonna be different. Like not sure what the setup's gonna look like. So just figuring out what works for me and gets me going so I can be ready for first snap of the game.
Is there anything you're already tweaking out of the schedule?
Yeah, probably get there a little bit later because I got in the hot tub a little too early and I kind of cooled off a little bit. So that and maybe study my notes a little bit more before I go out one more time. That's something I did in college. I used to take my cheat sheet right before I went out there a little bit longer. But all the little things, that's why I said it's super exciting being in preseason because this is where I can learn and grow so I can be ready for the regular season.
It seems like you're obsessed with the details even more than most guys. This kind of stuff, but also you're talking about the technique. Have you always been that way, or did that come along in college? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I say in college, I had a lot of good seniors my freshman year because I didn't play my junior high school, so I didn't know anything. So I was just learning and listening, and just trying to figure out what works for me. So that's why now it's kind of everything I do is very orchestrated. And to help me get myself going and play at my optimal performance. So just trying to figure out my routine more and more, and just super excited for this week because it's like we got really 3 games you think about it. We go to practice 2 days and we play a game, and I treat every game like the Super Bowl. So every practice like the Super Bowl, every rep has to be at that level. So super excited for this week.
Who were the guys that you learned from that freshman year at Mizzou?
My freshman is Jordan Elliott. He's on the 49ers now. Kobe Whiteside, Markel Utsey. These are all great guys that were super helpful in my development because they just want the best for me. And it's the same thing here. The vets here really want the best for me. So making sure I know what I need to know and just be really kind with encouragement and all those good things.
We talked to Trey Benson after the game, and he said he was really excited to watch the game tape. He said he was going to watch it that night. Were you the same way? Were you?
Yeah, I watched it on the sideline, actually, because I didn't realize, in college you couldn't watch tape on the sideline. And I remember they had the little Microsoft tablet, so I literally was watching the game. I watched my 10 snaps once, and then I got back up and watched my teammates, and then I started thinking about it again. So I sat back down when they went out and watched it one more time. And then when I got home, I watched it, and then the morning of, I watched it and then I had to let it go because it's not that deep. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, I know these are little things I need to do to fix, and really just watch all this Indiana tape now. Like, I don't want to watch too much, but also I'm super excited because it's a new week, a new opponent. Like in college, like Mondays was my favorite day because Coach Drink used to do an overview. He used to be like, this is Mizzou's record against this team. Like, this is their mascot. Like, little silly stuff like that, but that's what really keeps you going each week because it's a new opponent, a new face. So just super excited for Indiana this week.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like when you're playing 30, 40, 50, 60 snaps a game and, like, going through all that tape, like, multiple times?
Yeah, I got to get ready, get my mind mentally prepared, get my wind up, be ready to play a lot of snaps. So, I'm just super excited, man.
You mentioned not watching too much tape. How tough is it in situations like this where you might not even know the guys you're actually going to be facing when you're out there?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I seen their starters like the first 5 or 6 plays, and then I wrote down their numbers. And then when I watched the Eagles tape, it was like 3 guys that was still starting. So I'll probably go back and watch a little bit more, but also understand like just the concepts of what they're trying to do. But I ain't got nothing else to do. I don't got school anymore. What else am I gonna do? Just watch tape and get better and put the team first. So that's all I'm just trying to do.